All right, bear with me because my phone isn't great, so it's old. But the Padres, they do get the win in Game 1 of this series over the Pirates. I'm at Petco Park right now after this game before the fireworks show. And I'm actually seeing a Pirates flag hanging from one of the apartments, which is hilarious. Wasn't expecting to see that. But anyway, Nick Pivetta, not surprising. He pitched well, 6 innings. It did get shaky there with Jason Adam, who I still have trust in. But I'll say this. I'm glad that it's not October right now because I wouldn't know how to feel. Probably would still go with Jason Adam in the 8th inning, but not great. And then Robert Suarez, that also was a little bit worrisome as well. It seemed like, now obviously with being at the game, it didn't seem like that last pitch was a strike, seeing the online reaction on social media. But hey, it's a human umpire right now, not ABS, so I'm happy about it. What I loved today was the hustle from this Padres team. Manny, I think that a lot of the time when he pops out, like a weak pop-up and he knows he's going to be out, I still think he could, not hustle, I think he could jog, like actually jog. Because what he does is in between walking and jogging is what he does. But when he has to hustle, man, does he hustle. And he has a very high baseball IQ. And I'm still glad that he's a Padre for sure. No doubt about that. I know he has a bunch of errors this year, at least a bunch of errors, considering that it's Manny Machado. But that play that he made where it's a ground ball, he, by the way, gets in the way of the shortstop a little bit, jumps over the ball, goes in between his legs, ball gets away from the shortstop, and he sees it, and he books it around third to score. Then you got Luis Ariz. Actually, after that was Tatis. Not a hit and run, it was really a run and hit, because that's what that is, because the runner starts first before the batter hits the ball, but you get what I'm saying, a hit and run. That's why Ariz is hitting behind Tatis. Tatis has the speed, and you still want him to get as many at-bats as possible, and he can take second base like that, and if Ariz takes it down the line, a walk for Tatis in that situation actually was a double because of his speed. Ball down the line, he scores, even if it's down the left field line, he ends up scoring. And then ball put in play, Ariz going on contact. I thought that he was going to be out, but Adam Frazier ends up, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, I think I said it someone on social media today before the game. If a bad team, if you force that team to make the play, eventually they're going to make a mistake. And Adam Frazier, bad throw, and a runner ends up scoring. So it was just really good base running tonight from this Padres team. And then, Nick Pivetta, I thought he got a little bit unlucky. There wasn't hard contact with those 2 hits that he allowed before those 2 runs scored. And he's been one of the Padres' best pitchers this year. And so got to give props to where it's due for him, but obviously AJ and for ownership for paying the money. I know it's not a lot of money this year, but over $40 million for Pivetta over the length of the contract, you got to give props to ownership for doing that, because where would we be without Nick Pivetta if we're really, talking about this honestly? Like, Michael King out, Yu Darvish out, Joe Musgrove out. If they wouldn't have signed Pivetta and they would have went with this rotation, this group of guys, right? Waldron's hurt. He's working his way back, but he's been hurt with the oblique. Where would they have gone? It would have been Kolek, Vasquez, and Kyle Hart in the rotation at the same time. That would not have been great. So it's a tough stretch of games, obviously. This is not really part of the tough stretch of games. It's just part of the tough stretch because there's a lack of days off here, but they just had a day off. Take advantage. You're playing a bad team, take advantage of it. Hopefully they can sweep this series, because who knows what's going to happen when they're playing the Dodgers, they're playing the D-backs, and that's the stretch of games there. It's like 10 games where you're facing the Dodgers 7 times, and in the middle of that, you're facing another tough team in the D-backs. So get those wins. They can't take them away from you. And yeah, another great night. Lots of Padres fans, obviously, in the stands here, so it was a fun one for sure. Yeah, shout out to the base running today. I think that was a great Mike Schilt game. Like, he must have loved the base running, going on contact, first to home, Tatis on that run and hit. Yeah, and just forcing the Pirates to make mistakes, or forcing them to make plays, and then they make mistakes on top of that.